everyone, and welcome back to Death Stranding 2. This is episode 19. Last time, what the hell happened? It was weird, is what it was. Incredibly weird. We witnessed so many strange things in sequence, from wearing the Pecco hat, to having a bath time sing-along, to the pizza chef's true motives, his true identity, and how he was just slaving away making pizza while someone masqueraded as the pizza chef supplying weapons to those in the region. One of the most incredibly choreographed fight scenes, just like replaying that and watching it again, just seeing like the timing of the headbutt with the opening of the door and like blocking all of that stuff. Oh, and you can't forget checking to see if the pizza is ready. Absolutely fantastic. We are going to connect East Fort Knox today. But to do that, we have to pick up the order at West Fort Knox. So we're actually going to chart a course on the Magellan, and we're going to head to the animal shelter first, because I have some cargo for the animal shelter. So it's getting a Magellan ranking, and so is anything else that we're holding on to that's for West Fort Knox. And then we'll pick up the order, and we're good to go. And will I take this stuff in the Magellan, or do we take a big old journey across the continent? Who knows? We shall find out. But let's deliver this to... Hang on a minute. My cargo is in the truck. So let's grab our cargo, which is always a good idea. Let's see if we get a platypus fact today. Will we get a platypus fact today? We can only hope. We've put on the camel hood. It'll be great for our hot weather and our water conservation. And we don't have to spam Pecco constantly anymore. Just a few koalas. Now these are all animals that I have sent here from other locations. So we're delivering a hell of a lot of animals here.
Hey there, Sam.
All of the animals.
Wow, you've brought it here in excellent condition. You've found us a new furry friend. Oh, much appreciated.
So many animals. We've yet to find a quokka out there in the wild.
We've already released the mech into our reserve, and it seems to be enjoying its new home quite a bit. I get the feeling it'll look after the animals like we hoped. You should go and see for yourself. I think you'll agree it's a wonderful addition to our community.
Let's see how the dog mech's going. But yeah, we need to find a quokka out there at some point. Taking its sweet time. There he is. Dog mech.
Wombats are known for producing cute-shaped fecal matter.
That's a dog mech.
Specimens within the shelter are
Not a wombat.
Hey! And round droplets.
I can't even get close enough to give it likes. It keeps running away. Give me an emu fact.
This one's for you. Really handy. Thanks for the help.
No emu facts.
Provides care for vulnerable and isolated creatures. Should you encounter such a specimen, please secure and deliver them to the shelter facility or any other nearby facility. Your assistance with this matter is greatly appreciated.
Give me a platypus fact. Here we go. It's going to deliver us a platypus fact.
The platypus is a remarkable creature with avian, mammalian, and reptilian characteristics.
That was it.
Handy.
It just said platypus got multiple characteristics. I guess we'll take it. A fucking peacock? Bloody hell, I haven't seen one of those yet. Has anyone else delivered a quokka to this animal shelter yet? These are all my creatures, so... Oh my god, I stepped on the echidna. So it... I got hurt. That is so funny. Okay, well... maybe one of these days we'll see a quokka. And either I'll deliver it or someone else will.
Buildings must be identified by their long ears and pointed nose, which invites comparisons to rabbits as well as rodents.
We have 30 animals in the shelter. And here's to 30 more. We'll get back on the Magellan and we will now travel to West Fort Knox. Maybe I've got a few other packages for Rainy's shelter as well. There's some bird seed. Should have picked up an order for there, actually. Should have picked up, there was an order with, I think, the data scientist, which was for Rainy's shelter, but oh well. Alright, we're here to pick up the order at West Fort Knox. And we'll chuck in a couple of these while we're here. Been holding on to these for a long time.
Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Allow me to review the order data. It's like a dream come true, this showing up on our doorstep. Now displaying your current order grade.
That's going to be a long 5 stars, that one.
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knox is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knox, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
The overland route. I'm going to have to just ignore lost cargo along the way, otherwise I'll be here all day. And it's hard. I get taken over, I become a mule, I start seeing cargo, and I'm like, let's do it. And I'm not doing it. I will, at the very least, do a couple of things that are just here and on the way. This stuff is on the way enough to a couple of locations where I don't actually have them leveled up yet to maximum. So I'll take those 3 with me. And we're going on a drive into the off-roader. Now that we have a garage here as well, I can also fabricate some new stuff. So in vehicle customization, we can give ourselves an anti-gravity unit. Does it stack? I don't know if it says multiple units on the battery stuff, so I assume that the battery stuff is good. And we'll put some level 2 batteries on here, upgrade our level 1 batteries. And then we can do additional armor on the front of this bad boy. And we can put different stuff on here. We have the mortar, but I don't think I will do that. I like the heavy machine gun. Very good. Alright, this is just going to be traveling from one side of the country to the other, resisting the urge to become a mule and to deliver a bunch of cargo. So I'm going to focus on just those 3 up the top there. And move on with our lives. So let's go to East Fort Knox. This is also our best opportunity to just quickly get the last little bit of the stars with Glen Rain. Dropping off some stuff.
Sam, we have nothing but gratitude for everything you've done. I hope this gift serves as proof of how we feel.
Here's a hologram of my face. In a patch. I hope that is gratitude, mate.
Oh, your on-site allocation of materials has been increased. It's crazy to think of all the orders you've processed for us up to now. But you and Rainey and all the others at Drawbridge have done so much for us here. And that's evident from how much the local ecology has improved ever since you started helping us. You know, if you're ever feeling tired and you're in the area, swing by and we'll put you up for the night. It's no bother at all. Giving you a place to stay is the very least we can do. I mean it, Sam. We'll keep the porch light on for you.
Wow, thank you. And very quickly, because we have to do it very quickly, in under a minute, I'm going to fabricate ourselves the level 3 boost skeleton. And then we'll equip that. So we'll swap that out with the battle skeleton. And there's a quick little express order to the musician. I don't think this will get us to 5 stars with him, but it's worth a shot. We have 4.5. So it's possible. We'll see how we go. But we've got an express order. We'll just place that into the carrier, and we're just gonna run. It's just gonna be a speedy run. I'm gonna leave some stuff on the off-roader that we don't need, so I have less cargo on me, and away we go. So I got 2-minute target time, and we're speeding with this with these legs. So I feel like this should get us there. Not sure if the carrier slows us down a little bit. Maybe it does. Got a couple of signs along the way. But honestly, this should be a pretty straightforward ride with the skeleton. If this could tick us over to 5 stars, I'd be happy, but you know, it'll probably have to come later. And then we'll be heading in the direction of F2. Alright, we got a minute, and we're basically turning the corner and we're there. Yeah, don't lose momentum now. God, the uphill. The uphill. We're here. We're here. Deliver it. Minute 38, baby.
Oh, I've been waiting for you to show. I appreciate the help. That is one fast delivery. Too fast, maybe.
No, that's okay. But it's done.
You have been a big help. Hope I can count on you again.
My favorite little glitch with this this shelter specifically is when you press skip dialogue, it just cuts off the dialogue and it freezes them in place, and then you move on to the next one. For this prepper particularly, for this shelter, you'll notice that he's frozen, but his mouth keeps flapping. He keeps talking. It's so funny. All right, that's that.
Thanks for being there for me.
Just like Rainbow Shelter, we had, just like the Rainbow Valley Shelter, we had just a tiny bit more to go. Rainbow Laura Keep is 5 stars as well now. Very good. Rainy's birds have been well taken care of. Can I rest in this shelter and spend time with the birds, perhaps?
Hey, Sam. Thanks for being so kind to my friends here. I'm pretty sure you're their new favorite person. I was hoping to repay the favor with a small gift, if that's all right.
Rainy hologram. And a bird hologram. And a bird patch.
And if you ever need a place to stay, my door's always open. I know for a fact my lorikeets would appreciate your company.
Alright, this is what I've been curious about. Will we be staying in a room that has lorikeets in it? I must know. No! 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 I got it to 5 stars being like, yes? Will we get a bird-related cutscene? Unfortunately, we will not, but those 2 shelters just had the tiniest bit to get to 5. So I had to do it while we were down this neck of the woods. Same story with Mike Northcote, just a little bit to 5 stars.
Sam, you're easily the best porter I've ever known. I can think of no one more deserving of this than you, so take it.
And a blood boomerang patch. Thanks, mate.
To help support you, we're letting you withdraw even more materials.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Can't thank you enough for all the work you've done to aid our operations here. I've lost count of how many times you've come to the rescue. And because of that, we've been able to keep providing the data folks need to survive. We're long past seeing you as a friendly stranger, that's for sure. You know, if you're ever feeling tired and need to rest up, just swing by and let us know. We'll prep a room for you to use, no worries. Let's keep on supporting each other, Sam.
Order completed. Well done.
Thank you, Mike. Anything to deliver along the way? Pre-Death Stranding report at the Vanguard of Environmental Observation. That is on the way. I'll take it. And a nice 4 stars with the architect.
I'm so grateful, Sam. I only wish I could shower you with proper rewards. I made it so you can withdraw more materials.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I'm really sorry. I've got nothing left to give. But what I can do is repair the structures that you've already built. My way of repaying you for everything. It'll take a while, but I'll inspect them all one by one. I am an architect, after all. This is what I do. And I hope to keep doing it a long time.
So the 4-star review is repairs all of the structures that I've ever built. That's crazy. I don't know if that will be done immediately or not, but it's something, I guess. That's along the way, and that's along the way. Wonderful. Get the nice 3 stars with our pizza boy.
I've kept this data under lock and key here for a while now. But I think you will put it to good use.
Level 2 machine gun.
I'm going to increase your materials allocation.
He said, hey, these weapon fabricators, I'll use them.
Displaying your current porter grade.
As thanks for your assistance, there is something I would like you to have.
Another fighting move. What have we learned? Center your balance and do a pizza whirlwind kick.
This contains secret knowledge of another technique of mine. The pizza whirlwind kick. It allows one to defeat multiple enemies in quick succession. Very useful if you happen to be outnumbered. See for yourself in VR training. Oh, and this, the machine gun, is just something that was collecting dust in storage. I am not skilled with such weapons. but I think you will have no difficulty wielding it. Do come and visit me again.
Order
Thanks,
complete.
boss.
Well done.
How about that? That's going to be great for a crowd pleaser. You get surrounded. Whirlwind kick. Can't wait. Everything is back the other way. I'm not backtracking. All the deliveries I've made have been along the way. It's been efficient. We're not going back, because then you just end up in a constant loop of deliveries. We're making our way through the rain on approach to East Fort Knox. The deliveries have finished up, and we're almost there. Bride and the Bachelor by Magnolian coming in. What a beautiful, calming and sweet sounding tune after traveling through BT ruins. Not the most exciting BT ruins, guys. Let the music play, so we'll go the long way. Trying to see where the boundaries of this place is so I can just skirt around it gently while the music plays. Still got the music being over this side. How nice. I guess when we get to the front door, that's when it'll say, hey, you've arrived. Getting a nice tour of the place. This is a huge facility. I'm curious what's going on down in this way. See, West Fort Knox is like the city, and this is more of a love heart-shaped shelter, so I wonder if this is also a living space or something else.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
Done a full lap of the place to enjoy this tune, and now we can enter.
Process your orders and requests.
Okay, just a bit further now.
There you go. F4 delivery entrance, Leon Easton. Not getting a population number there though, so no idea.
Let's get him.
All right, I've got your stuff.
I appreciate you coming all this way. You're a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Seriously, we owe you. Right. Let's get this cargo processed ASAP. Wow, there's so little damage. I had to squint to see it. Seriously, what's your secret?
What is your secret? Sam the man in the dark about everything.
I sometimes forget just how much work you've done for us. But the records tell the tale. You're our go-to guy. We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid. We're ready.
Alright, let's find out who Leon Easton is. I don't know. Bulka skeleton. Much easier to traverse difficult terrain. Cool. Oh, I can see, like, the footing is different. That's cool. Mashing X, mashing X, mashing X.
Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments.
Thanks, Leon. No idea who that guy is. He probably has done a movie. More glasses. Got the TTL 02s from the Gentle Monster Bold collection. You know what? Maybe he's the designer of those glasses.
Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Bulka skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work, allowing you to carry lots of cargo without difficulty. Ideal for keeping your balance while making your deliveries. Steep slopes and rivers are no match for this baby. It's bound to make your next runs much easier, and it'll help you expand the network too. You know, before you came along, we lost a lot of people to chiralium exposure. For a while there, it felt like we were counting the days until the inevitable void out. But it seems like we'll be able to avoid that terrible fate after all. We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knox. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. It's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries, and you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new plate game manifest. No need to worry though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold. As a major distribution hub, we conduct research and development into all manner of delivery-related technologies. The Bulka skeleton is one such product of our work. And lately, we've been thinking of ways to create next-generation roads. Something allowing for faster and safer deliveries. There's plenty of room for improvement in the conventional designs. Since you brought us onto the chiral network, we've started gathering all kinds of useful data on the subject. But we're gonna need more before we're finished, I think. We'd be grateful if you could help us out on that front. Thanks for everything, Sam.
So big old R&D facility. So that's why we've got so much going on in there. So just people getting to work. And they're gonna upgrade the roads. That'll be curious.
Personally, I've always admired the Bulka. They're traditional porters that used to work in the Japanese wilderness. No matter how dangerous the mountain trail, they'd always power through with heavy loads on their backs. I've never met any of them myself, of course. But when I came out here with APAC's first expedition, I heard some interesting stories about a local prepper as we were traveling through Mexico. This guy was apparently the genuine article, a real working boca. You could always head back to Mexico and try to track him down if you're interested. We actually developed the boca skeleton while referencing stories and official records of their activities. You might say it's a skeleton tailored to the needs of modern-day porters, like yourself. Simply wearing it will vastly increase your maximum carrying capacity. Oh, it offers superior gripping capabilities too, and helps you keep your balance while hauling tons of cargo on your back. When traversing snowy mountains, rivers, and other places with poor footing, this skeleton is an excellent choice. Now that you've brought us onto the chiral network, I feel as though we can finally see the light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Our equipment still isn't as good as we want it to be at the moment, but we hope it'll be of use to you.
Snowy Mountain, eh? Perfect timing. There's one nearby. So I guess we'll need that Bulka skeleton for that. For sure.
North Fort Knox was deemed critical for the expansion of the chiral network in northern Australia. But due to chiral contamination, a lot of folks began dying. And one day, a voidout wiped the city right off the map. We've actually been observing similar conditions here at East Fort Knox. Dramatic changes in the tar currents and rising chiralium levels have had everybody fearing for the future recently. But thankfully, you came. You put us on the chiral network. Me and all the staff here are committed to sustaining this pillar of the chiral and distribution networks. And doing everything in our power for you and Australia.
I love that they also mentioned, like, you can go and just find the Boca if you like, just like if you haven't discovered him when you were first in Mexico and you just ran right past that shelter. Be curious to see if we do end up getting an order or something that takes us to the ruins of North Fort Knox, because I think the first game had something similar.
We've got a lot riding on you drawbridge folks. I hope you won't let us down.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, plate gate. I mean, not plate gate, gatequake. I wonder if Dolman is giving us a hint that we may have another one of those segments. So I'm going to take off my hat for the sake of that it could potentially be serious. 3 on the G scale. If we go outside and end up getting caught into a thing, let's store our vehicle in the garage. I'll sit it there so that it goes in there when it's necessary. We might need some weapons. We might be encountering a particular guy here, you know? We don't know his name yet. It hasn't been revealed officially at all. And and in the game itself, definitely not. No idea. Let's have a look at the level 2 machine gun. And we'll also grab... think we're fine with that. I have enough of everything else. Just a level 2 machine gun, please. Alright, let's bite. Let's be curious. We'll leave the truck behind and we'll head on out here. See what's happening outside F4. Ooh. I don't know about you, but I think we may be heading to Nirvana.
I believe we've seen this before, Sam.
It's calling to us again.
Sam, are you thinking of going back there?
Well, if that's not an invitation.
Dude, it's just so fucking weird. Alright. Our mystery man, with an arm outstretched, has pulled us in to the other side. So this might be the end of the episode. I think we're in episode 7 at the moment. Still? Pod? We're in a hospital. Okay, that's a little different from last time. What is it? He's a prisoner now instead of being in command of the squad? Put it on. Put on the bandana, bro. Oh. What's their relationship dynamic? I don't understand. Episode 8. Deluge. Alright, we are in a new episode. He was like a prisoner, and then they put him underwater, and then he became Stranded Snake once more. No! That is not Solid Snake! We're dead. We're about to repatriate.
It seems we're back in Nirvana, or whatever you care to call this riddle of a place.
What? Oh, this is crazy. This is where we are when we're dead. Usually. We're just fucking floating. Well, there you go. Doesn't get more land of the dead than that. Huh. Find the mysterious man. Oh, whoa. Bubble map. Bubble map. Whoa, this is so fucking strange.
I feel as though my body's become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual.
Nice. Just in case you haven't picked up any weapons for yourself yet. If you were not prepared for Dollman's very clear hint there. This is so cool. Underwater segment. Okay. We are outside the hospital. So we're at some sort of, like, you know, with Mexico, we're at like a Day of the Dead festival, and now we're in a hospital. Okay. And it's... Okay. And we're at a Mexican hospital. Music is fucking sick.
Come to me.
Whose voice is that? Is that Mystery Man's voice? Because he's... If that is, he said... Lou. First. Okay, keep trying to just not call him by his officially revealed name outside of the game. Because he hasn't even been named yet. That's so fucking cool. Oh my god. You're not getting away. I think the soundtrack has been at its best in these sequences so far. Oh, I did not realize that we weren't alone. Yeah, I've been taken in the view. I've been taken in the damn view right now. Everybody else want to join him? Warrior grenade launcher. Let's take a look. Doink! Take that. Just like beautiful, serene visual outside as chaos goes inside. That's a hospital for you. Oh, the breakdown pops the head off. Where's my silenced? I should have taken a silenced pistol or assault rifle. Going down the elevator? Okay. Before I go down the elevator, there's someone at the door. Alright, with that matter resolved, let us continue. Alright, lowered gravity, I am underwater. Where the hell are you? Oh god! Oh god! Take that. Followed me right in here. Ah, and you. Come on, you just press forward here. You can get taken out too, if you're lucky. I'll throw Doll Man at you. Boink. Bam! Get blood boomeranged. Some of my favorite types of like underwater levels is when, you know, they don't deal with the underwater physics. It's just you're underwater. Ooh. I just like the trippiness of being underwater without having to like do the fuss of swimming. Oh, it's a boat. Okay, so old mate was here. Alright. This is where he was. Kojima and hospitals, man. We always get trippy as fuck in a Kojima hospital. Ooh. Mystery Man is underwater. Call him Liquid Snake. Alright, we're gonna have another fight. Oh, that's so cool. Brain is just like going crazy trying to think about the implications of like us doing these segments with this guy. You know, given the similarities with these segments used to be with Cliff, and you know how Sam was connected with all of that. This is very different. Should we try and get behind? I want to see if we can get behind him specifically, but he's a bit further away. No, buddy. I was gonna do like a cool thing. Oh man. It was a cool thing planned. Oh, got him on the way back. Oh, come on! God, the water traveling through the bullets traveling through the water. So cool. You turned around at the worst time, mate. Found you.
something else.
Something else for us, huh? Oh, okay. That's... Yep, guess that counts, mate. That counts as something else. Gotta try and complete this mission taking a little less damage. What is it, 200% or less? Usually the requirement is. Oh, he's turned around.
Bubba, something's coming. Watch out!
My first thought is like umbilical cord. Never think you'd say that out loud, but this is a Kojima experience. Is that an umbilical cord? Is it? Oh, why am I walking so slow? What's going on? Why am I slow as fuck? Is it the ground because of this thing? Oh my god. Why am I so slow? There we go. What the fuck? Can you pull the gun out, Sam? Sam, what the? Sam said, "What do you want me to do?" Pull the gun out, Sam. Let's just put the gun away. No, pull the gun out, Sam. Please. What the fuck? I gotta try and do my whirlwind kick. I feel like...
are a real nuisance.
Oh.
Think there might be a way to destroy them?
They are ice pillars. There you go. That's why we're slow as fuck. I'm going giant umbilical cords. Hold on, mate. I'm trying to do something. Get pizzaed. I can't do anything to that. I've lost so much blood just fucking around. Let's try and get a body slam on the group of them. Yeah. I'm almost dead because I'm fucking around. I'm trying to body slam them. They didn't like it. They did not like the body slam. Should have picked up those blood bags that we saw. Really should have picked up those blood bags that we saw a while ago. I said, no, we'll be fine. It's alright, we've got enough. Cryptobio. Oh, the ice, dude. This should do the trick, rocket launcher. He does not like the pizza strike. Sam, why does he keep putting the... Dude! So it's right on the D-pad to put the weapon away. But for some reason, with the way that I'm running, he keeps putting the weapon away. Not even fucking touching the D-pad. I don't understand what he's doing. I'm like, Sam, I know you can sprint with your weapon out. Stop it.
You got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us. How about this?
Ah, yeah! Run! Oh! I get to have so much fun with the gravity. So cool, man.
Taking fire!
I think my favorite thing, just when this shit is just so crazy and chaotic, is just throwing yourself around. I'm not playing this to be like, oh, I can't lose too much health. It's just so cool to just be so fucking chaotic with it. Boom! Got this for you, mate. Probably took 6,000% damage, but it was fun to try and body slam on him. Why does he want Lou? What the fuck? Bridges ID.
You recognize his face?
No, I don't.
What's in the bag? Oh, what? Oh no. It's been a while since we've seen Dole Baby. Dude, what the hell? Alright, so he's after Lou.
Sam, do you read me? Come in, Sam. Come in.
We were whisked away to that strange place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time must flow differently over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're all right. The tar currents seem to have settled down, so we'll be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
%. I don't care. That was fun as hell. Well, I'm taking advantage of no gravity and just being able to like jump up in the air at him. That was so fun. Those fight sequences is just where you can like let loose in combat too. What the hell?
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest?
There you go. 12,000 people at East Fort Knox.
As well.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there.
Oh, man. In that open space. All of my stuff. Tomorrow was hanging around in the same area. And now we've taken Tomorrow, and now our mystery man is looking for Lou. So there could be a connection there. It could also be the fact that, you know, he's got Deep Bridges history. So it could be about the fact that, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. We'll have to put a pin in that for now. We should have a shower first. But of course, we're going to just lay in bed covered in blood. I don't think we've had... I should probably save... They'll probably have a cutscene, so I'll save these thoughts for after.
Sam, we've uncovered some new information about that ID card you brought back. I'll give you the details on the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll have a shower. We'll chat with Dolman. We'll see how this ID card cutscene plays out, and then I will share my thoughts. We'll see what happens. You've got like this similar thing with like Cliff is like, BB, where's my BB? So we're just looking for connections. Last time it was Cliff being related to Sam, and that's like the BB that he was searching for. And now this time we have Mystery Man searching for Lou. Could be that this guy is searching for the original BB-28. I don't know if there's like a name correlation there. I don't know if he's like found out like the code name, and then through some weird, you know, beach strand thing, the information on who Lou is has come to light there. He could be BB-28's our Lou, you know, Louise from Death Stranding 1. This BB-28 that we carried with us, it could be the real father of that baby. I don't know. There's a lot that we'll have to figure out.
That place we were sent to, the land of the dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice, the ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor? Afterwards, I realized what they reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death.
Icicles of death. Right on. To the bridge. Hartman having a snooze.
His name is Neil. Neil Vanna.
Ha. Nirvana. He was giving us his name.
Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana.
He was giving us his name.
Tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
The card was issued by Bridges years ago, when the chiral network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vanna has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Vanna was a porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a voidout, one in which Neil Vanna died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before. Do you recall seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
Huh.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received your next assignment. This main order can be undertaken by accessing the delivery terminal at East Fort Knox. While you attend to that, we'll continue our investigation into Neil Vanna. I'll keep you posted.
Alright, we finally got a name drop in the game itself. Neil Vanna. So, yeah, Dollman was like, I thought he was saying Nirvana. That's funny. Okay. Now we have a connection. So they went to the same facility, and that facility was in the result of a void out. Sam survived it. Neil did not. But He doesn't know who the guy is. Let's have a look at this. Nirvana. Analysis of his ID card has revealed that the man who attacked Sam was called Nirvana, though it seems that Neil died several years ago. Neil was a doomed sufferer and a highly regarded porter. Recognizing his talents, Bridges asked Neil to undertake a series of special deliveries across the border between the former Mexico and USA. Ostensibly, he was to deliver medical supplies and materials, but actually smuggled various restricted items, including narcotics. So, what we know about that is smuggling. Babies. He was smuggling Mexican women. That's how Bridges could continue doing their experiments. 11 years ago, Neil was killed in a voidout that struck a number of Bridges' experimental laboratories and medical facilities. Sam was also caught in the voidout, surviving thanks to his repatriation abilities. It was the very incident that prompted Sam to leave Bridges and work as a freelance porter until Bridget asked him to return. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. And, I mean, mind you, what else we got in here? I had to do it. We're in Death Stranding 1. We're in the director's cut. I had to dig a little deeper and think about this because I'm like, my mind's racing and I need to remember certain information and things that we read so long ago. We're in Death Stranding. I miss the interviews. I really miss the interviews and like the mail. I'll tell you, the data archives are so cool. All of this stuff, the corpus is cool to give you some direct like information as like a player of the game, like it's catching up on everything. But this was just so cool because it was like in universe like lore and history, right? And there was so much in here. There's 12 reports with Lucy, and there's another report that I don't think I've unlocked in the list, but it exists as well. And it's talking about, you know, the therapy sessions. So we have Lucy. And we know that Lucy and Sam, they were having therapy sessions. And this is the facility. And Neil also went to the facility. We know that the child that Lucy and Sam were going to have was going to be called Lou. And we can read about like all of this history between them and what's actually been taking place. And then there's the other report, which is concerning the voidout in the satellite town of UCA 01002. And this is the event that they've just referenced, where Neil was as well. So it's been wiped off the map by a voidout, leaving nothing but an enormous crater. Terrorism was suspected at first, but the investigation spearheaded by Bridges quickly ruled out the possibility and eventually concluded that the cause was the corpse of a civilian, which has been left to necrotize unnoticed in an urban residential area, and the deceased was Lucy Strand. Tragically, she was also 7 months pregnant. Now that's actually really interesting. The 7 months, still baby syndrome, has them stuck at 7 months, doesn't it? The child had already been named Lou. Cause of death was ruled a drug overdose, possibly intentional, though that remains unconfirmed at this time. So this is the 12th report where it's like, here's all the pills. I'm going to use them one after another until I run out. And then it's like this final, I love you, Sam. Lucy's husband, Sam Strand, had been away for some time and became concerned when he was unable to contact his wife. Though he attempted to return home, the voidout was triggered immediately after his arrival. Being a repatriate, Sam was the sole survivor of the blast, as the deceased was the wife of a prominent member of Bridges, who himself is the son of President Strand, which was adopted, of course. Public support for the organization suffered. Some believe that Sam Strand was involved with his wife's death and that he should be held to account. In a gesture his co-workers suspect was his way of taking responsibility, Sam Strand resigned from Bridges. So that was like the event. So we're tying in this Neil character with this event as well. Kojima has, in his silly little way, because he's a silly little guy, he has showcased that Lucy has, you know, impact in this game. Death Stranding 2. He's like, oh, look, here's the cast of characters. And there's, there's something going on between there. So I think it's probably probably the information that's being given us to hear is maybe some infidelity, maybe some Lucy and Neil, their sessions getting a little too heated while Sam's away from home, and maybe that's the Lou that Neil is yearning for. Quite possibly. We've got like Death Stranding 1 having Cliff searching for his BB, which is Sam. Now we're like repeating this kind of same sort of thing, and we've got Neil searching for Lou, and there's only 2 Lous that we're aware of, unless he's calling Lucy Lou for short, but I don't think so because it's spelled L-O-U. A lot to think about, but I think that is the link. I literally needed to pull this up and go, let's dig into the lore for the reports here, because we do have quite a bit of information about Sam's history, the facility that he went to for his therapy sessions, and how that was tied in with meeting Lucy. It seems Neil has probably gone through a similar thing. So that I'm glad that I still had Death Stranding installed, so I could pop that up and be like, I need to remember what data archives were given to us in the first game. I think it's useful to have that to refer back to. So this is a really intriguing portion of the game, especially when it's dealing with the BBs and the shady side of bridges. I think that's the really cool stuff.
Nothing like a warm shower after a hard day's labor. Am I right, Sam? That's a groovy pair of specs, Sam. Why don't you try them on? Nirvana, a porter employed by Bridges. A man not unlike yourself, it would seem. But why did he appear in that so-called Nirvana, or rather, that realm of the dead? And then there's the fact that he clearly spoke Lou's name. If we have another opportunity to visit that mysterious realm, then perhaps we can get some answers. The times we've encountered Nirvana, the first was amidst flames, and the second was in what seemed to be flood-ravaged ruins. Now, I believe that you were previously transported to a realm not unlike a battlefield. The places we found ourselves in are similar in that they were the sites of disasters. This is just a theory, but it could be the case that what we've seen is a reflection of Neil's mental state. He may have been a first-hand witness to a terrible tragedy which left a lasting mark on him.
And I reckon it's connected to Lucy in that facility. Let's take a photo. Is it just the girls again? Yeah, it's not a photo of us. Oh, tomorrow's eyes. Hold on a second. I can give or keep a photo too. Oh, sorry, Rainey. Here you go.
Thank you, Sam.
It's no trouble at all.
You can take a photo and give it to them. I'll have to do that at least like once every time that we visit the Magellan, of course. There we go. Lot to think about. A lot to think about. I'm glad that we pulled up the receipts. We pulled up the reports in the previous game. But yeah, I miss that damn data archive, dude. The interviews and the lore, so good. Well, it actually got eaten for a change. She ate a solid. Oh, okay. I was hoping for more. Oh, here we go, baby. Been waiting for this. Okay. So, Neil's little ID card there?
By the way, Sam, you saw Tomorrow with the apples in the corridor, right? It seems she was training, trying to gain more control over her temporal abilities. Taking green unripened apples and attempting to age them until they're red and ready to eat. But she's still having trouble getting it just right. She's taking it too far and making them rotten. There's no need to rush things. She'll get the hang of it soon enough. In the meantime, let's continue to support her.
Let's continue to support her by just kind of awkwardly interacting with her every single opportunity that we get. Alright, what are we doing next? A main order at the terminal. We're just supposed to get back to delivering orders after the deep lore dive that we're doing. What a slide.
From this location, you should be able to see some snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route to this destination. The first such site to be brought online is the Chronobiologist shelter, which is due west. Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
Do not submerge. Deliver the cryptobiote variants to the Chronobiologist. We're finally going up the giant, geologically accurate snow mountain that takes up the most of Australia's landmass. It seems they'd like to examine the new type of cryptobiote that's recently been found. This cargo must not be submerged in water. The journey involves traversing snowy mountains, so make sure you're well prepared. Let's get those Boca skeleton legs happening. We will not be taking the vehicle. But I will be taking a floating carrier. That much is for certain. Alright, ready to head on out.
Order accepted. Thank you.
We'll leave the vehicle behind. We have the Boca skeleton, a floating carrier, and hopes and dreams. Time for us to climb a snowy mountain. I'm sure that's going to be quite the challenge. I'm excited to tackle it, though. Maybe I should have included the speed skeleton for when I was, for when we're not currently there. Alright. Let's do this instead. Whee! Let's go, baby. Do a flip. Let's keep kicking it. Grind on this rail. Tony Hawk's Pro Strander. This game's crazy. You know, we'll have what happened last episode, just the freaky shit constantly, and then we'll have an episode like this where it goes, gets your lore brain tickled, and you start going, oh, what the hell's going on between these characters? And why does Kojima let us know about characters before the game released, so then I can't get it out of my head? Because I wish I didn't see any of those scenes, so I could have put it together a little bit later. And then he goes, alright, now that you've done that, go climb a mountain. Go climb a fucking mountain. And deliver some stuff to the Chronobiologist. You know what? Perfect timing, mate. Unlisted door. Perfect timing, mate. There's a coffin board. Probably should have made my own coffin board, but I'll take yours. So let me take this carrier, and I'm gonna ride this coffin board, baby. Oh, I can jump, I can drift. Okay, here we go. Oh, the tar waves. Oh yeah, that's true. No wonder that guy's left it by the generator. No wonder. Well, we got to enjoy it while it lasted. Well, that's that. I'll leave that over there, because I can't take it with me.
Stretch my legs.
Which is very classic. I'm like, oh yeah, that thing. Oh wait, never mind. I'll get back on my carrier, thank you very much. Whee! That's okay, I'll kick myself down. That's fine. You know what? I didn't want to ride my carrier anyway. Didn't want to ride it anyway. This is the speed that we're at. I will bring that ladder because you know what? I didn't think and I didn't make one of those myself. I was like, a PCC. I'll bring one of those. That'll be good. I should have brought a climbing anchor, but hopefully we won't need one. We've got some beautiful, beautiful Boca skeleton legs happening. And I'm sure we'll see them in action soon. Obviously, we only have the base level. We don't have them upgraded yet, as we haven't leveled up East Fort Knox, but we will. Keep an eye on your stamina levels. We're in the cold. Oh, I've got the hood on. That's good for the heat, not the cold. But we'll see how we go. Potential gatequake.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, avalanche. Okay, well I'm fucked. Move. Move. Sam! Oh my, I literally can't move. I can't move. For fuck's sake. I'm just standing there like, Sam, have a sense of urgency. The avalanche is coming. I'm being a bulker right now. What kind of crazy preppers are living out in the mountains, huh? God damn. These gatequakes going crazy. Sorry, data scientists. I'm not here for you. I'm not even going to be able to go up there and grab that. I'm crossing this stressful gap, hoping that there won't be an avalanche. Just a couple of snowy boulders. Ooh, there's some skyscrapers in the middle of a goddamn icy mountain. Harsh winds. Not the battery. Alright, well this is what we saved a PCC for. I'll make myself a generator. I need this skeleton to make it. Well, the batteries ran out, so really nice pair of pants we got here. Couldn't really last the full trip, sadly. So, bit of a shame, and obviously we have to get into the network before we can make a structure. So, just gonna shove my stuff on the carrier. It was fine before because of the skeleton working, and we have music for the last 400 meters. Slowest climb up. We get a beautiful piece of music to accompany us on this slowest 200 meters.
Eyes open. Stay awake.
You got this, Sam. This is how we get to work in the morning in Australia. We have to climb Snow Mountain because everywhere that we work is located all on top of this snowy mountain. So this is geographically accurate, as I said. Just you wait until you see the snow kangaroos. They're a fierce beast. I think Kojima's probably scared to put them in the game, so there's probably no snow kangaroos. They're yeah. Crazy Australian fauna, that one. Just a hop, skip, and a jump through very deep snow. Yeah, here we go. We're almost there. Might even get there in time with the music ending. I'll take it. We got through a full song. We're just outside the gates. Beautiful. What a trip. Maybe if we had level 2 at the very least with the skeleton, we would have done a nice job.
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
I'm here. I've made it. Now, who is the cryptobiologist? Chronobiologist, not crypto. Who's the crypto guy? Take this.
Good to see a friendly face. It's been a while since I've had visitors. I'll check your cargo right away. Wow, it's in flawless condition. I'm impressed. I mean it. I should have no trouble continuing my research, and it's all thanks to you. All right, use your Cupid to connect to my shelter.
Will do. Who are you? Oh, that's an interesting slice into the mainland. Okay. So there'll be someone that has the slightly northern part above that. We can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more major locations, but there's still a lot more to the continent, of course. Who the hell is that? Another person I don't know. Probably an athlete who goes skiing that Kojima likes, right? Surely. Hey, you like snow? Be in my game, right? Surely. Very nice. Yeah, look at all the other regions on this map. We've got to find all the others.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I'm finally part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster pace than ever. Please accept this by way of thanks.
Oh, this might be, actually, this is might be the hydrologist's, like, daughter or something, right? That actually might make a little bit more sense.
I picked up this accessory in the UCA. You should try attaching it to your backpack. Who knows? It might bring you good luck. Oh, and in case you're curious, the cargo you brought me contained a stock of cryptobiote variants. I've taken to calling them chronobiotes. They appear to alter your body's internal clock for a brief period when consumed. Just another example of the many ways the Death Stranding is wreaking havoc on our perception of time. It's introduced us to Timefall and the beach, as well as the EEs that brought about previous mass extinctions. You know, I can't help but wonder if extinction entities are related to chronobiotes. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Especially with the strange incidents we've been hearing about lately. Well, the porter who used to come through here was attacked by something. It was bad enough that they gave up doing delivery work for good. They still managed to deliver my last shipment, but it was covered with strange dents and markings. When I asked what had happened, they just said it was the work of the Headless Rider. People have been talking about the Rider for a while, actually. And there's this guy not far from here who's dedicated to studying strange mysteries like that. I sent him some details, and he said he'd need to ask around for someone to lend him a hand. You should keep your eyes peeled for trouble until he figures out what we're dealing with.
Okay. Very normal activities. Again, this is everyday Australia. This happens when you climb the snow mountain.
They're cryptobiotes that have become infected with chiral microbes, parasites that induce changes in the host. Chronobiotes can accelerate various processes within the human body. Simply put, eating one should make everything around you appear to move more slowly. Much like Timefall, which ages everything. And the beach, where time stands still. This disruption of the natural temporal flow is linked to the underlying mechanisms of the Death Stranding. Continued study of chronobiotes should therefore help us to solve the greatest mystery of our times. At least, that's what I've come to believe. So I've heard a little bit about Hartman's research via the hydrologist. You know, the mass extinctions of trilobites, ammonites, and the dinosaurs. Well, apparently, all these ancient events were set in motion by extinction entities. I'm told there was a human extinction entity as well. And that EEs had umbilical cords linking them to the beach, which could be why their fossilized remains were somehow unaffected by the passage of time.
The parasitic chiral microbes that latch onto chronobiotes also originally came from the beach. So, you could even think of them as another form of umbilical tether linking their hosts to the other side. It's a pattern that shows we can't discount the possibility that a new EE might yet be born. And the reason why I believe further study of these microbes could help prevent another extinction event. Now that I have a chiral network connection, this sort of research should finally be possible. I hope this isn't the last time we meet. With no one else around to make deliveries, I was beginning to think I'd have to call it quits. Oh, by the way, a suborder just got posted about those strange incidents I mentioned. You can check it on the delivery terminal here. It's probably in your interest to find out more anyway, given how much time you spend outside. And, who knows, you might even be able to convince them to join the chiral network, too. I just hope we can get to the bottom of things sooner rather than later. Thanks again, and take care.
Well then, Sam. By the way, we have info on Nirvana to share. Could you join me on the bridge?
Info on Nirvana, I'm there. I'm bloody cold anyway. Let's deliver the rest of these. So yeah, hydrologist's daughter, I reckon. So I'm pretty sure that Nicholas Winding Refn, I don't know how to pronounce that name, that may be right. The hydrologist is his wife in real life, and I think that this must be their real life child, maybe.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
We'll definitely be having a look at that suborder, but first, Nirvana. Do have a few SSS posts to look at. I've been unfortunately ignoring it. I always forget. It pops up and I go, oh, I'll wait till I have a few and then we'll read them. The mechanic says, are you using your coffin board, Sam? I forgot to mention this before, but that thing comes into its own on water or tar. Vehicles sink when the soup gets too deep, right? Not the coffin board. It'll just float along the surface, keeping you nice and dry and getting you to your destination more quickly while using less battery to boot. You can also climb into the coffin and hide from enemies, or just take a break. Coffin boards can also be used to dispose of corpses. If you're outside the network, you can drag coffin board along behind you. Thanks for the tip. I already know, because I read about the coffin board thing in the corpus. The architect has repaired our structures. They're not quite good as new, but they'll do for the time being. I'm going to head back to my shelter now and prepare for the next round of repairs. Your log will keep you updated with my progress. I'll do my best to repair as many structures as I can. And warm water beneath my feet. It seems the groundwater around here is warmer than usual, and it's especially warm near the slope at the back of my shelter. I wonder what's causing it. Is there something down there? Sometimes subterranean beach water warmed by the tar currents runs quite close to the surface. It's possible you might find a hot spring nearby. Don't submerge those chronobiotes. There you go.
We managed to learn a few more things about Nirvana. You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges. That's what we told you before. Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. Look, we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Nirvana was attending therapy sessions.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist was. Charlie, can you please explain?
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist and your partner.
Yep, same one.
Lucy?
Nirvana's name was on our client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a voidout which claimed an entire city. A voidout only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face. I never had any kids. She was just my shrink, helping me to work through my often phobia. That's all she ever was to me.
Ouch. Well, there it is. Don't even have to think on that anymore. Straight up confirmed. Lou is Neil's baby. The original Lou. So that's who he's calling out for, Lou and Lucy. So, turns out Lucy has a thing for her patients. This is the second time. Was treating Sam, and then got married, and then treating Neil and having a thing on the side.
Sam, this is Charlie. A new assignment has been entered into the system. You've been asked to go and connect the metagenomesis to the network. Access the Chronobiologist delivery terminal to find and undertake this main order.
Magena and what? What was that name? There we go. See, we dived into Death Stranding 1 and going into those reports again just for one story cutscene later to go, by the way, yes. Given their special connection to the beach and the world of the dead, Doom sufferers often showed symptoms that baffled the first mental health professionals who encountered the condition. Sam's phosmophobia was no different. Lucy was a counselor who specialized in dooms and saw numerous sufferers of the condition in the course of her work, including Nirvana. After Sam and Lucy began seeing each other, his phosmophobia was cured. They built a happy life together until the voidout 11 years ago killed Lucy, who was 7 months pregnant at the time. Upon Lucy's death, Sam's phosmophobia symptoms re-emerged. He left Bridges and worked as a freelance porter for 10 years before Bridget asked him to return. So that's the history. It's very interesting how there are seemingly these significant events that take place that also result in an effect on the body in regards to like the phosmophobia, the dooms levels, like Sam's dooms level rising, his symptoms leaving when he has a connection with Lucy, his symptoms coming back when she dies. And yeah, just this in our face revelation to us through Sam is like, she straight up told me to my face. So she had a baby. She liked Neil's therapy sessions more, apparently. So that's what we're dealing with. Sam is like closed off and like, that's all she ever was to me, but clearly it wasn't. Now we're just actually diving into the drama of it. It's such an interesting story hook. I'm curious as to why, you know what I mean? I'm curious as to why Kojima wants us diving into this connection, this past in relation to Lucy and the original Lou that never got to be. I'm sure it's gonna reveal itself in due time, but I'm happy that we're fine. Like, it didn't take too long for the game to just kind of lay it out there. My brain was ticking, so I needed that delivery. I definitely needed that. The pizza chef. Let me have a look at this. Sorry, Sam. Seems the pizza restaurant was just a cover for the gun running operation. All that lofty talk about connecting the continents of the world through food was a sham. I regret ever getting you involved. The real pizza chef was being held captive underground, but now you've rescued him. We can work together to bring pizza to the masses. He's not only a fine craftsman who studied the traditions of pizza that go back to ancient Egypt, he's also a practitioner of pizza dough acrobatic karate. I'm sure his ancestors are smiling down on you right now. The mechanic. Humanity originated in Africa before migrating over a period of hundreds of thousands of years to Europe, Asia, Oceania, and North and South America. No other species have expanded its habitat to such an extent. It is this movement, the mechanic believes, that is the essential characteristic of humanity and the engine of our evolution. In the post-stranding world, however, it is difficult for humans to move as they once did. The mechanic dreams of leaving the confines of his tiny shelter and roaming free across the wilderness, of sitting behind the wheel of a great machine and traveling faster than anything else, of moving more freely than ever before. He lies awake at night dreaming of such a machine and spends each day in the workshop trying to make it a reality. Ryudana is a musical masterpiece from 20th century Japan. It became famous when a version called Dorofu no Biba non Ondo was performed by the hugely popular band The Drifters as the ending song in the comedy TV show Hachiji Daiyo Zenin Shugo. Band member Cha Kato would address children watching at home, reminding them to do their homework, brush their teeth, and avoid catching a cold. Young children of the period would pride themselves on their impressions of Cha Kato. Incredible. Leon Easton is a member of the distribution staff at East Fort Knox. Leon came to Australia as part of the APAC Advance Expedition. He worked with locals to establish connection points to the chiral network before taking up a job at East Fort Knox, the main distribution hub in Eastern Australia. Several of his close friends from the Advance Expedition did the same job at North Fort Knox, the main settlement in the north of the country. Losing North Fort Knox affected him greatly. Due to the chiralium blown in on the sea winds, frequently occurring disruptions in the tar currents and wild swings in chiral density levels, East Fort Knox is in serious danger of suffering the same fate as its former northern counterpart. For Leon, the arrival of Drawbridge and the opportunity to join the chiral network represents his city's last hope for survival. And the Chronobiologist. Chronobiology is the study of the internal biological rhythms. Our human body clocks cause us to wake in the morning and feel sleepy in the evening. Many animals naturally hibernate in the winter, and some marine creatures follow the ebb and flow of the tides. All are examples of chronobiology in action. Since the Death Stranding, however, the tar currents and tides of the beach have also been observed to exert an effect on our body clocks. The field of chronobiology was therefore greatly expanded, with the chronobiologist at the forefront of that work. Once a scientist in East Fort Knox conducting research into the internal rhythms of cryptobiotes and other newly discovered organisms, the chronobiologist is now a member of APAC's science team. To further her research, she has moved her base of operations to an area of high chiral density. She also suffers from 21-minute syndrome. I wonder what hers is. I guess we'll find out when we level her up. And that is where we're going to bring this episode of Death Stranding 2 to a close. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It's not yet over. I digitized the mysterious voice. It's not yet over. Hey Sam, do you remember that recording you brought me? The one with the mysterious crying voice on it? Well, Tarman was right. It can't be digitized by traditional methods. I had to create my own version of it by ear using an app. Anyway, it should be in a format we can share over the chiral network now. Now, interesting, okay? That's quite some ear you've got there. Nice work. There's a metagenomicist at the next place we're hooking up who knows a lot about beach-dwelling creatures. We'll check with her. Wild. So, you're not able to digitize the original, but you can recreate it digitally. And then, spotted a cute kangaroo near Hartman's lab. I was able to take a snap before it ran away, but the photo didn't come out very well. Oh, here we go. Every 21 minutes, my eyesight gets a pretty significant boost for a period of 3 minutes. Generally, it's a bit of a pain, but it does have its uses. Yeah, like binocular vision. You can see that far away. I'm tempted to try and recruit you for the observatory. Kangaroo came this close to us. I had no idea. Interesting. So I think eyesight boost, it's not like you can just, you suddenly zoom in, but it's like you can just really see clearly so far away. That's kind of crazy. That photo that we took is up on there, which is very cute. That's nice. Or a photo that they took, I should say. That is where we're going to bring this episode to a close. We will continue next time and see what awaits us in terms of the main story. We've got another shelter to link up, and maybe some more information on Neil and Lucy's backstory. Now that we have these characters officially revealed within the game, I feel a lot better about that. I wish that this stuff was just completely in the dark once again. I think it would have been really, really cool to have a bit more of a surprise there. But we've learned our lesson. No more Kojima trailers forever. Because he cannot help himself. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, getting into the deep lore and getting more exposure to Neil's character. I look forward to how that's going to develop later on. I will see you next time.